What's up guys, welcome back to another flea market grab video. If you guys are enjoying the videos, let me know by hitting that like button. It lets me know and it helps the channel grow. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. I try to respond to all the comments I can, and subscribe if you are not already. Let's go see what we can find this week. Is 8 the lowest on these?
8. Oh, 8.
And that's the lowest you'll go?
7.
7. Okay, I'll take them. Oh geez.
Yeah. How much you take for these dogs?
Yeah, I was on like, yeah.
These things are beats. I wish this one had the case. $25, a little dirty, but it should clean up all right. I remember in high school I really wanted these. Little baby 11s.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorite models. Alright guys, welcome back to the pickup part of this week's flea market grab video. So this week's flea market grab video is going to be a lot of shoes. It's going to be very sneaker heavy because I did not find any video games. I did find 2 cool things and then 1 shirt, which I'm going to show you guys. But I also have 8 pairs of shoes to show you. So the first thing I picked up for $2 is this little Mario Cement Factory. It's like a little Game Boy game that you put on your keychain. And as you can see, it's still new in the plastic. Somebody did cut off the top, like where the little hanger thingy's at, but it's still in there, still brand new. I used to have a Donkey Kong one like this. I think I still have it somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it, but I figured for $2 I'd go ahead and grab that. That is from 2000, so probably like around the time the Game Boy Color was out. A cool little piece right there. And then this right here, it's kind of cool, it's kind of weird at the same time. I paid $5 for it just because I never seen it before. It's this little WCW toothbrush set. So you have the toothbrush right here, and then you have Kevin Nash. I guess you screw the toothbrush into his head, and then you have your toothbrush. And then you have this little cup in here too, and if you look inside, you can see there's a little Goldberg figure in there. If you go on the back, you can see how you're supposed to put the toothbrush together. And then there's the little cup. And that is from 1999. So for only $5, I thought this was pretty cool. You guys know I like my old wrestling stuff, and this is something I never seen before. And then speaking of old school wrestling stuff, I want to give a shout out to Lone Star Vintage. Here's his card right here. That's where this next shirt came from. Go follow him on Instagram. If you're ever in the area and you're at Trader's Village, definitely go check out his shop as well. So looking for old school wrestling stuff, I always come across a lot of like NWO, Goldberg, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sometimes I come across like rock stuff. But if you guys watch wrestling in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know that like Stone Cold and The Rock were like up there, #1 and #2. Depending how you look at it, either one could be #1. But the person that was up there at #3, that for whatever reason I don't own any shirts of, is this man right here, Mick Foley. So on the front, you got that right there, Shakespeare, Dickens, Malloy, Foley. But the best part is actually the back. On the back, you have literature has a whole new face, and then you got Mick Foley right there smiling. And then on the bottom, you got Mick Foley, wrestler, author. I'm assuming this shirt came out around the time that his book came out, which I do have somewhere. I just gotta look for it. Figured I'd go ahead and grab this one because I don't own any Mick Foley stuff. He's always been a personal favorite of mine. There you got the WF.com, and it's dated 1999. I think Mick Foley, I always think of the first time he won the title. For WCW tried to spoil it, and they like mentioned it on their program that he was winning it. I guess they were trying to get people to not watch and watch WCW, but then that backfired on them when they said that everybody switched over and watched Raw instead, and everybody saw Mick Foley win his first title. This is something I definitely wanted for my personal collection. So now I'm going to get into the 8 pairs of shoes that I grabbed. Okay, so these first 3 that I'm going to show you guys, these are actually like in a big bucket at somebody's booth. I asked them how much the shoes were and they told me $5. So in my head I was like, alright, $5 each, I'll go ahead and take these, all 3 of these for $15 total. But when I ended up taking them to the person to pay, they told me they were $5 total. So I got all 3 of these pairs for $5 total. And the first pair is a pair of these ash gray Safari Air Max 95s, I think that's what they're called. So you just have like the hits of gray with the Safari print right there. You have like this neon pinkish red color. Those are a size 9 from 2014. Still pretty clean overall. The only thing with these is if you look real close at the air bubble, they look like they're cracked, but they're not. Like the bubble is still good. It just has like these weird marks on the bubble. I don't know what that is. It's like that on the inside as well. If you guys saw the footage, you saw that he had a pair of the Pure Platinum LeBrons too. I was gonna pick those up, but the air bubbles were busted on those, so I ended up putting them back and leaving them, which sucks, but I mean, unfortunately, I come across a lot of popped air bubbles. Here's the other one. Here's the right shoe. As you can see, they have that like those marks on the bubble as well. But the bubble's not popped. It's still good. Still pretty clean. The Nike, a little bit in there, and then the size tag. This is probably one I probably would have just kept in my personal collection just like as for beaters, but they're too small. They're size 9. But since I thought I was gonna get them for only $5 and I got them for even cheaper than that, I went ahead and grabbed those. And then these next 2, not the greatest shape whatsoever, but they're actually OG Jordans. And on top of that, they're toddler OG Jordans, which I never see. The first pair is a pair of the Bugs Bunny Jordan 8s right there. So as you can see, not the greatest shape whatsoever. These things need to be clean. They got paint scuffing. The leather has like some cracking in it. But there is the OG Jordan tag right there. You can see right there it's dated 1992. Anytime I find cheap OG Jordans, OG Nikes, anything like that for cheap, I'm gonna grab them 100% of the time. And the fact that these are toddler shoes, I don't really ever find OG toddler shoes, so I thought these were pretty cool. And then sticking to the OG toddler Jordan shoes, we got a pair of the maroon 6s right here. You got that Nike on the back. On the tongue, you got the Jordan the Jumpman. And then there is the tag 91. I remember before the maroon 6s got retro, there were like so many people's grells, and then they retro them and now nobody cares about them, which is sad. Still one of my personal favorite 6s. So I was happy to find this little 91 OG pair right here. Next up, for only $25, I got a pair of the Concord 11s. So as you can see, these are still in pretty good shape overall. They are the newer pair with the 45 on the back. There you have the bottoms, still pretty clean. Those are a size 8. You probably can't even see the tag. Not even gonna try. So of course, first thing I did with these was legit check them. So a couple of things to look for on these, from what I've learned anyway, is on the fakes, the patent leather is short back here in the back. As you can see, it's in the right spot. And on the Jumpman, you can see where his foot's at. On the fakes, they usually like end over here instead of over here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on camera, but on the fakes, the leather is really smooth. But on the real ones, it has like this grainy look to it, if you can see. And then on the toe box, on the fake ones, they like bubble up. You can see where the toe cap's at. Usually on the fake ones, they like bubble up and come out, but you can see these are flat. And then on the fake ones I've seen on the toe cap, where you can see through the toe, usually that's like a lot wider on the fake ones. So after looking these over, they checked out, and I went ahead and picked them up for $25, which is definitely a steal on these, considering how clean they are still overall. The right one does have a little bit of gum on the bottom though. But personally, I'm not the biggest fan of that 45 on the back and the high patent leather, even though they are the ones I own in my personal collection back here. But those are just a placeholder until I can find a pair of 2011s. I think that's when they came out, 2011, right? Still not a bad deal for 25 bucks. This next pair I picked up for $6. They were originally 8. Then she told me she would take 7, and I was happy paying the 7. I was gonna give her the 7, but as I was taking my money out of my wallet, then she told me 6. So I don't know why she did that, but she did it. But I ended up picking up these De La Soul SBs for $6. Unfortunately, if you could tell by the video, these things are baby size 4, so super small. If you look on the inside, you can see they were actually at Plato's Closet and they went on clearance. There is the tag in there, size 4. Cool colorway. I prefer this colorway in the high top version though, the original pair. But for a re-release, these are actually pretty cool too. And they're actually still pretty clean, other than the bottoms being a little dirty. These next 2 pairs of shoes I'm about to show you guys, I actually got 2 for $50. So I guess $25 each if you want to look at it that way. So these first ones I actually picked up basically just so I can keep the second ones at no cost to me, and maybe I can even make a little bit of a profit. But the first one is a pair of these Shadow Jordan 10s right here. Very underrated shoe in my opinion. I actually own these in my personal collection. One of my favorite 10s. Those are a size 12. Still pretty clean, as you guys can see. Got that red Jumpman right there on the back, of course. Really simple shoe. Here is the other one. So nothing too crazy, but like I said, I picked these up hoping that I can sell these and get my money back for both of them. So that way I can keep this pair at no real cost to me. And that pair is a pair of the Nike SB Dunk Lows in the Guns N' Roses or Appetite of Destruction colorway, whatever you want to call them. Super cool colorway. You got like that red, yellow, orange fade in the back, purple swoosh, red Nike. You got the red bottoms, black suede all the way around the toe, and overall these are still in pretty good shape. You got the orange laces on them, which is the only laces they came with, of course. No box or nothing. This one does have a little bit of scuffing right there on that fade in the back. But the goal is to hopefully sell these for the amount that I paid for both of these so I can keep these free of charge. And then last but not least, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to keep these as well. Just because I don't remember the last time I found a pair this clean. And it's a pair of the Kobe 5s right here. In the, I want to say this is the Del Sol colorway, but as you can see, these things are like basically new. Like look at the bottoms, how clean they are. The insides are still super clean. Those are a size 10.5. Still super clean. That's the reason why I'm kind of on the fence about keeping them. The only thing is they are a little snug. Probably could use like a size 11 in these because these do run pretty small. Since I'm already keeping the Appetite Destructions, I'm not too sure if I want to keep these as well. As you can see on the back, usually these heel cups are all scuffed up, but these things are still really clean and no heel drag or nothing like that whatsoever. Even the bottoms are still super white. So I'm not 100% sure if I want to keep these or not, but I know for only $28 is what I spent on them. It was a great deal. So those are my flea market grabs for this week, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit that like button. It lets me know. It helps the channel grow. And I will see you guys next week with another one. So later.